Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In this vlog, I'll explain about some pros and cons and also the instrument cluster.
Genuine accessory in terms of tire hugger for this bike, so I have to get a generic one and see. We have a hard time looking at it, but when riding, I don't feel that the digits are very small. Coming to the bike, I'll give you some pros and the cons. Uh, First is regarding the suspension. Suspension is awesome. The headlight throw is really good in very dark roads. It is all LED setup. The indicators are also LED, so the throw is very nice. Tank capacity is 13 liters. If you would have seen the specs, this is the radiator and the radiator tank below. I mean, it heats up to quite a bit, but that is bearable. This is the Speed 400 logo. Chassis. I got the MRF tires, and you can see, even though I've not ridden in rain, there is some dirt being accumulated from some of the wet roads, and I'm planning to get a tire hugger for that. So I'll keep that. I'll vlog that as well on the tire hugger installation as well, because there is no genuine accessory in terms of tire hugger for this bike, so I have to get a generic one and see how we can put it. The silencer is a little bit upright, so getting a saddlebag and that to a bigger one mounted onto this will be an issue. And here you can see this is the brake fluid for the back, which is a mono suspension, and this is offset mono suspension, which is not exactly in the center. There is a preload adjustment and tool provided by the showroom guy, so I'm yet to look into that, but so far so good. The suspension is the best part in this bike. uh, some of the customers, the Speed 400 customers, I've seen in the Facebook groups that there is some color going on at at this part, but I don't see it yet in my bike, so that is good. Otherwise, the bar and mirrors, I guess the bar and mirrors are doing a very good job, except for the field of view. These are very smaller ones, and we are used to bigger ones, so this is this is not enough. Even when we have saddlebags, that will be an issue. Otherwise, the instrument cluster, there are mixed reactions, but I felt I felt everything is fine except for the speedo. If it is analog, uh, we have a hard time looking at it. But when riding, I don't feel that the digits are very small or anything. The only concern is the RPM gauge, which is this, and keeping an eye on the revs growing up on this belt is very hard. They could have had the RPM meter analog and the speedometer in digital, so that would have helped. So there is an I button here which controls everything here. So right now it says engine off. If we press the I button, okay, let me on the kill switch. Okay, now it says 284 kilometers. This is the odometer. Then we have trip one, which was 281. Then we have liters per 100 kilometer, which is a real time mileage calculator. So this is in liter per 100 kilometer. I will need to check if there is an option to change this as kilometers per liter, which I'll look into that. Then we have liters per 100 kilometer, and the 340 kilometers is something which shows how much of the range we can do with the existing fuel in the tank. Then this is traction control on, and if you keep the I button engaged, the traction control gets off, and the traction control slash sign comes up. So if we again keep the I button engaged, uh, the traction control gets on, and the TC without a slash gets here. So this is the oil light, engine oil light. This is the engine light. So these usually should be not flashing when the bike is on. Usually the traction control and ABS lights gets on, and this is a neutral indicator in green, which goes off after you engage onto the first gear and so on. So coming on, going on next, we have a setting option for setting the clock and everything, and that's it. That's about the console. So this has traction control, which can be switched off, but ABS cannot be switched off, and to some enthusiasts, I think that is not something they are looking for, but otherwise the bike is performing good. If you have any comments or any questions regarding any of this, please comment and I'll be happy to help you with.